with online reports confirming that the 45th Type 054 frigate has entered service. A question that has long lingered in the minds of observers has resurfaced. For a naval force rapidly expanding its range of operations into the open seas, how many modern frigates with genuine blue water capabilities are actually needed to meet its strategic and routine deployment requirements? Based on currently available public information, it is likely that the remaining 5 Type 054 frigates in this batch will all be delivered by 2026. This marks the conclusion of a phase in the production line for this 4,000-ton class of vessels, which has been under construction for nearly 2 decades. Looking back at the development of the Type 054 frigate, its lead ship entered service in 2008. Through continuous upgrades and improvements, such as replacing the early fire control illumination radar with a compact phased array radar, it has maintained a high level of technical vitality. Within the Navy's current operational framework, the Type 054, with a full load displacement of over 4,000 tons, is classified as a third-tier vessel. It primarily undertakes anti-submarine warfare and medium-range air defense duties within task forces. Its 32-cell vertical launch system on the frigate is primarily loaded with HQ-16 air defense missiles and U-8 rocket-assisted anti-submarine torpedoes, a configuration that aligns perfectly with its operational role. Just as the final batch of Type 054 frigates is nearing completion, mass production of the next generation Type 054B frigates has already begun. According to reports from foreign media, images captured by commercial satellites show that at least the third Type 054B frigate has appeared at the shipyard, with hull construction now in its final stages. With a full load displacement of approximately 5,500 tons, this new generation frigate features a larger hull, more advanced stealth design, and integrated radio frequency systems compared to the Type 054, and is considered better suited for long-range deployments accompanying aircraft carrier task forces. By 2025, the lead and second ships of the Type 054B class had entered service one after another. Following a brief period of technical validation and operational integration, the construction of subsequent vessels clearly accelerated. This alternating pattern, where one class of ships is nearing completion while another begins mass production, clearly outlines the basic framework of China's future blue water frigate force. The question of exactly how many ocean-going frigates are needed requires a comprehensive analysis that takes into account the development of the destroyer force and actual mission requirements. A commonly cited estimate suggests that a fleet of approximately 70 to 80 ocean-going frigates, comprising both Type 054 and Type 054B vessels, may be required in the future. This figure is largely based on the high probability of an expansion in the size of the destroyer fleet, given that the number of destroyers is likely to exceed 70 in the future, and considering the customary configuration in blue water task forces, where the ratio of destroyers to frigates is at least 1:1, or even slightly more frigates, a total of 70 to 80 vessels represents a relatively reasonable projection range. This implies that once the total number of Type 054 frigates reaches 50, the subsequent gap will primarily be filled by Type 054B frigates. It is estimated that at least 20 or more Type 054B frigates will need to be built to achieve a reasonable tiered configuration within large task forces, consisting of one Type 054B paired with two Type 054 frigates. At the same time, the final batch of Type 054 frigates has undergone some notable changes. Based on images released by official media, the new ships in this batch have been equipped with larger caliber 100mm main guns, while the flight deck has been extended and the hangar space expanded. These improvements are directly aimed at enhancing combat effectiveness. The larger main gun strengthens the ship's anti-ship strike and shore-based fire support capabilities. Meanwhile, the extended flight deck and expanded hangar allow for the operation and storage of larger, longer-range Z-20F anti-submarine helicopters. The addition of the Z-20F helicopters will significantly enhance the fleet's long-range aerial anti-submarine capabilities, which is crucial for countering threats from quiet conventional submarines or nuclear submarines. This design philosophy, incorporating new technologies into a mature platform to address weaknesses, ensures that this batch of Type 054 frigates retains considerable practical value even as the ultimate upgraded variant. Regarding the decision to continue building the Type 054 even after the Type 054B has been launched, outside analysts generally believe this reflects a highly pragmatic approach to equipment development. One view holds that, as a completely new design, certain technologies on the Type 054B require time to be validated and refined. By continuing to build the Type 054, a vessel with a long track record and extremely high reliability. Until the new technology is fully mature and stable, the fleet scale can be sustained and expanded, avoiding a gap in numbers during the transition between old and new models. Particularly against the backdrop of regional uncertainties, maintaining a steady shipbuilding pace is of practical significance for sustaining a maritime presence and addressing potential challenges. From a cost perspective, the 054 is significantly cheaper to build than the larger, more technologically advanced 054B. This cost-effectiveness allows it to be deployed in large numbers for routine patrol, escort, and surveillance missions, while the more advanced 054B can focus on fleet anti-submarine warfare and area air defense in high-threat environments. Technologically speaking, the 054B frigate indeed exhibits new design characteristics. This class features a long bow hull form, clearly drawing on the mature design philosophy of the Type 055 destroyer. The hull's brake lines are exceptionally clean, and the superstructure is streamlined with a pronounced inward tilt, resulting in significantly improved radar stealth performance compared to the 054A. Its mast system incorporates integrated radio frequency technology, with the forward and aft masts housing dual-face rotating array radars, fast reaction radars, and various electronic warfare antennas, giving the overall design a distinctly high-tech appearance. Some analysts suggest that the Type 054B may employ an integrated electric propulsion system. If true, this would significantly enhance its stealth capabilities during anti-submarine operations. The larger hull provides improved seakeeping ability and living conditions, which are crucial for long-range deployments lasting months or even half a year. Some analysts suggest that while the Type 052D offers superior performance, the demands of long-term sea deployments on crew living conditions can significantly impact mission effectiveness. In this regard, the Type 054B may hold an advantage over both the smaller Type 054A and the cramped Type 052D. This emphasis on seaworthiness and habitability precisely reflects the new requirements that a blue water navy places on ship design. Looking ahead to the future composition of the blue water fleet, the division of roles between destroyers and frigates will become more clearly defined. Large destroyers, such as the Type 055, and multi-role destroyers like the Type 052D, will increasingly assume core roles in fleet-level air defense command and long-range strike capabilities. Meanwhile, the large numbers of Type 054 and Type 054B frigates will form the fleet's outer perimeter and serve as the mainstay of anti-submarine warfare, particularly in the realm of anti-submarine warfare. Given that potential adversaries possess substantial nuclear submarine forces, strengthening the development of medium and long-range anti-submarine networks will be a key focus in the coming period. Long-range anti-submarine torpedoes, anti-submarine helicopters, and shore-based anti-submarine patrol aircraft must coordinate closely with these specialized anti-submarine frigates to establish a multi-dimensional anti-submarine system, spanning from coastal waters to the open ocean. The Type 054A, with its proven reliability and numerical superiority, can be widely deployed along major shipping lanes to conduct anti-submarine patrols. Meanwhile, the Type 054B, with its superior detection capabilities and enhanced ocean-going seaworthiness, will accompany aircraft carrier or amphibious assault ship task forces into deeper waters to establish defensive lines. Overall, with the final few Type 054 frigates set to enter service within the year, the fleet's 50-vessel complement will bring the construction history of this distinguished class to a close. What follows will be the commencement of a multi-year mass production process for the Type 054B frigates. Over the next decade or so, a fleet of ocean-going frigates comprising 50 Type 054 and more than 20 Type 054B vessels, supported by a comparable number of destroyers, will collectively form the backbone of a large-scale, fully integrated ocean-going surface fleet.